This old legend out here, you know, that top of the line detector we're hearing about, and this old Deus 2 and this Equinox, okay? I've showed a video similar, but I'm going to bring the Deus 2 into this equation here. Concrete nail with that mercury down there. Maybe you see that, okay? Part 1, minimum iron bias, speed 5. You see it there, okay? You see that ID coming in that window, and you hear that nice tone coming from left to right, okay? 6-inch call. Now, that dime ID is a little higher than 21, obviously. Okay, standalone. We'll turn this old Equinox off. Let's fire up this. Now, I don't have a 6-inch call for this old JS2, but, you know, people want to see this stuff. Now, that was horseshoe off on that Mind Lab. We'll look at ferrous remove disc on the old Legend, and we'll look at iron tone off on this machine here. All right, now this is deep high conductor. Now that's reactivity 2, okay? So I'm going to speed this machine up just a little bit. There's reactivity 3. That dime's going to read about 90 now, okay? Okay, now I'm going to go in here to fast program, run iron volume down on it, okay? So I'm getting ID, you know, above the disc setting on this machine, okay? Disc is at 6.8. Let me go back to deep high conductor here. Whoops, went the wrong way. Here we go, deep high conductor. 90, 45, 90, 9, 90, 12, 65. So I always get a reading on that dime on this machine. It comes over the disc setting, and I do get non-ferrous tone. Okay, we're going to turn on the almighty Legend here. Minimum iron filter, I'll raise it. We'll check all the power modes on this machine. All right. Ferrous remove disc setting. Spark M1. Okay, we're at speed 6. I mean, I can raise it to 7 if that'll make people happy. Iron filter is minimum. You see it in the camera there. You see that? Minimum iron filter. M1. This is a 10 tone break on this machine, okay? No ID, okay? That's ferrous removed. We'll look at M2. No ID in M2. M3. That's ferrous removed. That's all the power settings. We'll look at, okay, we'll turn the speed in this field to 6. We'll turn this old iron filter all the way down. Okay. This is 2-tone. I'll just leave it there for this test. Tone break is 11. I'm going to reduce it to 10. Okay. M1 in the field. Maybe you can see that camera there in that screen of that detector. No ID. M2 in the old field program. Just let the ID time out on it. So I'm getting an 11 in field M2. What about M3? Nothing. We'll go back to M2 and take one more peek at it. Field M2. Don't really seem to be getting the ID now. Okay, we'll go back to the park mode. M1, okay. Now, this is interesting. That's all metal. Now, users of this machine watching this video, you may find this helpful to you. If there's nothing changed on this machine, you could be out in the wild, okay? Here's all metal. So you may be out in the field and you could, on an old square nail, you may hear that and see a 3 or 5 in the meter, okay? And it's actually a non-ferrous target down there, okay? Here is ground remove disc setting. Whoops. See that? Now, that's M1 in the park mode, and I'm going to remove that nail down there. Ground remove disc setting. So we hear the iron tone to the right, but we hear the non-ferrous tone, okay? ID seems to never really come above 3. I'll hover it a little bit. Hovering it don't seem to really do much. There's a little bit. Okay, let's sweep this thing some more. See there? Now, that's speed 7. That ought to be plenty to get on that target there. Iron filter, let's just turn it to 5 and see what happens. I don't see no difference. I mean, it ain't any worse. It ain't any better, okay? We'll put that iron filter back down low. I don't want nobody to have no excuses of how this machine is behaving, okay? You see that? Now, note the ID is 3, which, okay, so it's reporting that setup down there is a 3. Now, I'm going to hover this nail over here. You see that screen? I'm hovering the nail. I'm getting the iron tone, okay? Now, I'm sweeping the setup again. So on a sweep, I get 3 most of the time. Now, all I'm going to do is remove this nail right here. Actually, I'm going to leave the nail there and remove the dime, okay? Now watch what happens. Now my ID goes up. Ain't that amazing? I remove a high conductive target. Yeah, my ID goes up. Let's put this dime back down in here. Let's see if I can get it closed. See there? So I put the dime in there and the ID on the machine goes down, but it's reporting in the ferrous range. That's a slow sweep there, look. Slow sweep. You get that non-ferrous tone coming in there, but never see any non-ferrous ID. Yet when I remove the dime, the ID of that nail goes up. It's wild, ain't it? Hope you enjoyed.